Good morning, everybody, or whatever time zone you live in, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Kiwicast, the only cast on the internet. And today we're discussing, it was going to be the Tempestus Scions, but I've expanded that to Imperial Guard Elite Infantry. So, let's see how much we can get about this subject before we get distracted. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
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 Hi.
I must admit, as an early adopter of, I think it was like 2004, 2003 or something when I first learned about 40k, I thought the Imperial Guard Elite Infantry, like the only elite infantry they got was the Cassican squad. Like, that was the Imperial Guard Elite. Like, I was unaware that there was, like, Stormtroopers or Tempestus Scions or Stormtroopers or anything else. I just thought, you were either a Grunt or a Cassican.
It's funny. I think these freaking stormtroopers are the most hilarious thing ever because they actually have like this cheap knockoff looking power armor set. It's not true power armor. It's a knockoff.
Well, it makes me think of the Solar Auxilia, like in 30k, and how they've got that over-designed armor.
Because they're the same thing. They are the same thing. They were just renamed.
Yeah. Oh no, because the Solar Auxiliary became the Tempestus Scions or whatever,
Yes.
And the Imperial Guard used to be, during the Crusade, used to be the Imperial Army.
A wall of guns.
Well, yes, although back in the day they had walls of Baneblades and super heavy tanks. I mean, the Great Crusade era force was awesome compared to what the Guards become.
I mean, they had some version of heavy-duty armor as almost standard. Then again, even the Space Marines allegedly had better weapons. They had these Volkite weapons, I believe.
Yes, the Volkite weapons, Martian ray guns that melt your face.
Yes.
I must admit, there's the variant of the Fellblade super heavy tank, the Fellglaive, and it has an oversized Volkite mega cannon. I've always wanted that one. Like if I was going to get a Fellblade variant, because it's such an awesome tank, and the gun is so overpowered.
Don't they just look amazing though? The stormtroopers. Ugh. Do they mainly carry hotshot las guns, by the way? Or they have like a completely separate type of las?
Yeah, they were mostly hotshot las guns.
They just look awesome. I love the helmets so much. The glowing red eyes are just
Yeah. There are many different versions. You can see some being sanctioned by the Inquisition. They look like red and dark gray.
Interesting. But I guess you can't really... Yeah, I guess hotshot las guns or hell guns are probably the best arsenal you could give them, really. You can't really give them bolters unless they had power armor.
Well, I mean, the thing is, there are bolt pistols, and people can shoot those fine. I mean,
what's the range of a bolt pistol? It's only got to be like 50 meters or so. I suppose in a long-range firefight, it's not really that ideal.
No, I think they like to use energy because it's more logistically easy.
It is. That's very true.
Because we don't have to carry such ammo and I'm pretty and the charging and all that good stuff.
Yeah. The Tessico Last Rifle has a 36 range and it can shoot 120 shots if you build your squad build right. Solar Auxilia actually have quite some interesting tank cheese as well in 30k rules. I like the fact that they can use... They
do get hell pistols. Huh.
They can get Lehman Russes, like Lehman Russ squadrons, as fast attack. So you can get super heavy tanks and Lehman Russes and fighters and bombers and It's pretty good.
Do these guys get their own drop ships? I can't remember. I'm looking them up right now, and I just do not see them having a specific vehicle yet.
I don't actually know. Are we talking about the Solar Auxilia still?
Scions.
Oh, Tempestus
Yeah.
Scions.
I don't know if these guys are strictly deep strikes, reconnaissance, infiltration, sabotage, and airborne. So, or orbital insertion. Or some of the special operation missions.
When I first saw Tempestus Scions, I thought from the armored vehicle they have with the tires and tracks, I thought that was like a new Arbites army that you could play on tabletop. I'm like, oh, they gave the Imperial cops an army. That's cool. And then it took me actually reading about them to go, oh, these guys are supposed to be stormtroopers? Okay. Bit of a weird vehicle choice.
When I first saw them, I thought they were
Adeptus
Germanic
Arbites?
death squads.
I think you were thinking the Adeptus Arbites.
Yeah, no, I thought the Tempestus Scions were a faction of the Adeptus Arbites. Because their vehicle with the tires and the way they were looked, and I think one of the show-off models they had was armed with a shotgun, and I'm like, okay, so these guys are police. I'm like, weird. Why would you have an army specifically about Imperial police? But no, they're stormtroopers.
They're not the Stasi.
Yeah, the Stasi.
Each and every Tempestus Scions had to go to the fucking Schola Progenium.
A place where you could end up being taken away and never seen again to become some sort of asshole assassin.
I like there's a quote where Joe Boot fucking smacks a kid by he's 10 years old. He doesn't know the basics of a las gun.
No.
Nice.
Depressed loading
Acadian
catch.
Didn't the Acadian infantry they learned how to shoot before they learned how to walk or something like that?
Yeah, they did.
It's like, here, my infant son, this is a las pistol. You may not understand me now, but you will one day.
This reminds
This
me
is
of
your second birthday
Kim
present.
Jong-un's
Second birthday present.
This reminds me
Wouldn't
of
the first one be earplugs or some kind of...
No, the first one's the power pack. The second one's the gun.
Actually, the thing is,
The third's a ration pack.
I meant,
Fourth's the
for-
bayonet.
actually Acadian birth reminds me of Kim Jong-un's birthday. He was born under 2 rainbows. He learned how to drive at 5. He learned how to, I don't know, shoot a tree, all that bullshit.
Sad thing is, I didn't get to shoot my first gun until I was 20.
I shot my
14.
first gun when I was 12.
Wow.
12.
And the first gun I got to shoot was a double-barreled shotgun, and my my goddamn grandpa was an asshole. He loaded
My
it with
first-
slugs.
My
Nice.
first gun was the AK-74.
Oh, you lucky fucking sod.
Jeez, mine was just a 22 bolt action.
Mine was a double-barreled shotgun and fired both barrels at once with slugs. I was
Oh.
knocked about 2 steps. I didn't fall on my ass, luckily, but my shoulder hurt like hell.
I got a sawn-off shotgun for $120 from a gun show, and I
Nice.
got it because it was a Baikal Russian. It was Soviet 1975, and I was like, oh, that's kind of fascinating. It'd been about 3 or 4 years since I'd fired a shotgun. I forgot air protection. I fired both barrels at once.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah,
and
that
that's
was.
why I said shouldn't the first gift be, headphones, because they used to bombard their planet 24/7 as, well, just weapons testing.
Yep.
What kind of headphones? Razer Vipers? Razer Viper or Razer Kraken?
Also, can I just say, I'm looking over Tempestus Scions regiments. The 55th Alpinic Hydras. Now,
well, let me scroll down to that.
now that honestly sounds like
The
a bloody
51st.
Alpha Legion infiltration team. Considering that they apparently, they always shadow the Ultramarine Second Company, also makes me think that they're some sort of Alpha Legion infiltration force.
55th, Alpha Hydras, yeah?
Yep.
Jesus. Just look at the Cyan Jackals, they look terrifying. 54th.
What else? There's some 151st.
54th.
See, I don't. Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice. I'm looking at some of the Scions models. They have a German spiked helmet option with a gas mask. That's weird.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
I guess the first thing they thought about Stormtroopers is the German 111 Stormtrooper.
I like to think like weird historical documents like that have survived, and the Emperor just does them for a laugh.
Well, his custodians, you mean, because he's dying on a throne.
Used to.
Used to.
Yes, yeah.
What else? Hmm. What else? Interesting. There's a couple of
Are there any
interesting
forces,
regiments.
like, are there special forces that stay only on Terra? Like, is there a specific regiment that's only Terran?
There should be.
I'm pretty sure there is. I think I read somewhere that there is. I know in the old days there used to be the old 100, like the 101st Imperial Army regiments on Terra. And that was like a sacred Terran defense order thing. But I think they all got wiped out during the siege. But I'm pretty sure that there is like specific guard units stationed on Terra. It wouldn't surprise me.
Has to be.
Wait, wouldn't Bulgrins technically be elite infantry as well? Because, well, they're elite in the terms of the Ogrins.
Well, yes, but actually, no.
Yeah. I think because they are Ogrins, they're not really treated as elite at all.
No, they're just big and big.
Correct. Oh yes, I found that quote. About the 10-year-old kid. No, by the throne, boy. How many times? The press the loading cache before removing the drum feed. Not while removing the drum feed. You'll jam the weapon. Smack. Oh, stop crying, child. You're 10 years old. You should have learned basic auto gun procedures by now. 50 laps around the Pax Imperialis, and there will be certainly no dinner.
Oh my god, I got off lucky in the game. I got off
Pax
lucky,
Imperialis.
guys.
The Pax Imperialis?
Oh, 50 Pax Imperialis. I think it's some sort of like... No, isn't the Pax Imperialis like... I think he has to shout out the motto of the Imperium. I think that's what the Pax Imperialis is, if I recall.
Ave Imperator? Like, what is it? Emperor Forever or something?
It's the... I have the Imperial Guard handbook, but I'd have to reach over to my shelf to get it. Exemptions. Curriculum. They have to learn...
You
well,
know what the motto of the mutant Tempestus is?
what is it?
Death is not failure, for even death can bring glory. Fear is not failure, for fear can be conquered. The only known failure is to ignore orders, for even a slight hesitation in following them brings
And
an
that the
ignoble
authorities
end.
Nice.
Like, what's your duty? To fight and die.
Correct. The Emperor only asks that you fight and die. Nothing else matters.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Imperial Guard Stormtroopers. Look at the Tempestus Scions list of weapons and equipment and stuff. They don't actually have that many models. They just have to, like, the Tempestus basic infantry, and that's like that. They got Tempestus Command Squad Stormtroopers. Wow, their army list is like pathetic. It's like then they've got Taurox Primes, Chimeras, Valkyries, Vendettas. There's like no, like nothing for them. It's like Sisters of Battle has more of a range.
I think they're just supposed to just be an add-on for the Imperial Guard.
Why not just make them an add-on? Or are they an add-on? Do they have their own codex?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think you literally have the same codex for any Imperial
Yeah.
Guard, which is really dumb. So it's not fair.
Otherwise it would bloat. I mean, Space Marines are already bloated enough with all the supplements with the various successor chapters and spin-off chapters and all that. I mean, I'm honestly surprised Chaos hasn't gone down that route as well. But I guess you've got to masturbate the Primaris Marines a bit more.
Yes, masturbate them. But
You
you know
Can't
that
escape them,
their
apparently.
the armor has vibrators inside it. This is how to release endorphins and relieve stress.
Bonk.
No, it's a real thing. Look up Master Chief's armor.
Bonk.
Wrong universe, and yeah, just great. Now he's even thinking about bonking you. That is how much you fail now. I'm not the one doing it for one.
Yeah.
Reverse.
Hotshot less guns. Eesh. Yeah, it's weird. The only stormtrooper you can get are the Tempestus Scions box set. That's weird. It's such an anemic force idea. At least the Solar Auxilia have like a full decent range, even if it is a bit outclassed by the Space Marines.
It's Space Marines.
It's Space Marines.
Space Marines. And
Betsy, no.
And we fight in the name of Te Emperor.
That's him.
Oh, Dark Crusade. No, that was Soulstorm. That was great.
Wait, aren't all of the Tempestus Scions also like war orphans?
I don't actually know how the Tempestus Scions.
Well, that's
recruit.
where most of them start. They, like I said, most of them are from the School of Perdrinia, and if they don't make to Commissar or aren't selected to be an assassin, they're most likely going to be trained to be Tempestus Scions.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're basically units trained at birth.
And they're often deployed from Valkyries, and they use the Riser pattern hotshot lasgun. They frequently operate from Taurox Prime and Valkyries. Taurox Prime is a silly design, though. It looks like a riot control vehicle that someone decided to just throw into military service.
I mean, would you really think that wouldn't happen?
Well, of course not. I mean, they're still using auto guns in frontline service in some regiments instead of las guns. And I mean, what? One of the humanity's oldest weapons was a piece of fire-forged metal in the shape of a sword. And what are they using 40,000 years later? A sword. I mean,
A power sword?
if you're lucky.
Well, okay, or a chain sword.
Well, no, there are some cases of just a regular sword.
But I think those are mostly from Pharaoh Worlds, and I think they'd rather use shovels instead.
Perhaps. Scions. Famous battles of the Tempestus Scions. First War of Armageddon, the Damocles Raid, the Second War of Armageddon, the Tauros
Second War of
Campaign,
Armageddon.
the Red War, the Cryptus Campaign, the 13th Black Crusade, the War of the Beasts, and the Pariah Crusade. Oh, there's the old Cassican squad. I love the old Cassican squad models. They were fun. Ugh, I don't like these original Imperial Stormtrooper outfits, like models from like Rogue Trader, first, second edition. They're pretty bad. Ooh, why is it the second edition Stormtrooper models look better than the third edition Stormtrooper models? Okay, I'm not going to question it, so neither should you. The I like some of these regiments. The 2,378th Stormtrooper Company. Yes, we went through that many. Congratulations, you are now like the 29,000th regiment. The 28,999 before you martyred themselves in glorious combat for the Emperor.
Wow.
The regiment has the history of the regiment has existed since Tuesday.
Almost like the Ataki Lightfoot Infantry.
They existed for a month. They've had a month of existence. In lore, they've existed for like 180 years. But
no.
I didn't just totally create them off the top of the head.
Yeah, we totally didn't have, a heavy infantry guy thrown into it because of an administration error. Oh gosh, that's such great shit.
Man, they're kind of, yeah. Their model line and everything's just so anemic. As I said, Imperial, even that's an interesting point. In 30k, you don't collect Imperial Army. There are no, like, regular Imperial Army models. There's only the Solar Auxilia for Imperial Army you can collect. So, really, in 30k, you're either playing Human Stormtroopers, Mechanicum, or Space Marines. There is no other thing you can collect. Which I guess, since the Heresy is all about Space Marines, is kind of the point, but you would have thought you could, like, at least have some regular Imperial Army, like, box set or something.
I mean, who were the main enemies of the day? I mean, it wasn't like it was traitor Space Marine legions.
Nah. True. Though the Imperial Army in some cases held their ground. In many cases they were not. Mostly they were not, but Hey,
I mean,
at least a billion strong conscript force was able to keep the traitors away from the palace walls for like 2 months.
2 months.
Dawn had really
fair,
optimistic projections.
Wasn't that literally the Palace of Terra, the most fortified thing in the universe?
Yes.
Literally the most fortified thing in the universe. That's kind of the reason why the Sisters of Battle were able to hold off Space Marines for so long. I mean, it's still an impressive feat, but I'm pretty sure having...
At the start of the siege, Dawn, to tie up the Taurus's like landing forces, he just drafted like I think it was close to 1 billion conscripts. Just gave them like las guns and just put them outside the palace wall, so outside the defenses, and just said, you mop up the enemy's first few waves, and then once they're sort of beaten down and the enemy traitor Astartes land, that's when the real fight begins. Yeah. My brother's always wanted to collect Solar Auxilia. And I must admit, as I said, the Solar Auxilia infantry are quite cool. I like the helmets, and like they've got the special hotshot las guns, but they've also got Volkite and radiation or rad guns. It's pretty cool. And the fact they can get so many decent tanks as well. Like, you can get Bane Blades and Hellhammers and Fell Blades and shit as bloody as special as like heavy support instead of Lord of War units. 20 to 25% of the original frontline Imperial army were made up of Solar Auxilia originating from either Saturn or Terra. I guess the moons of Saturn produce some decent warriors.
Moons of Saturn. Jesus.
It's not like the planet itself is what you would call
Are you
habitable.
talking about Titan? Like, is that like actually a
Titan's a place. Yeah, it's a moon.
you know,
Yeah.
like apparently our like NASA keeps thinking it's like this one might have life on it. They're like,
Alright, because it's got ice on it. Yeah. So it's like if there's water, if there's ice, there's water, and if there's water, there might be like alien fish things floating around in it.
You know what? I just remembered a hilarious elite unit in the Imperial Army.
Yes.
Of course, it's from the Death Corps of Krieg.
Oh yeah.
Dancing units.
Well,
Well, I mean the literal tank hunting lance units that the Death Corps of Krieg has.
The Death Riders.
oh yes. Oh, nothing wrong with that at all. Jeez, nothing wrong with, having a horse and a
Or
and a
that
spear with a piece of dynamite attached to the end.
a monstrosity that happens to move on 4 legs.
Oh, it's great. Where is there? I know there's a Solar Auxilia special unit, and it's a bunch of Ogrins who have swords and tower shields. I'm trying to find that.
Those awesome. I think those are the Bulgrins.
Solar Auxilia. Here we go. Solar Auxilia. Elites. Auxilia Medicaid Attachment. Auxilia Rapier Battery. Ogren Sharonite Squad. These are what you get when you make aeroflagellants out of Ogrins. Let's have a look. Ogren Sharonite Squad. Sharonite. Ogren Sharonite Squad. That's, here we are. An Ogren Sharonite was a member of the Auxilia Ogren Sharonite. They were elite detachments of the Imperial Army attached to elite Solar Auxilia units. Now, if I remember, it's like... yes. Building on the already massive frame of an Ogren, Sharonite squads have been biochemically and cybernetically enhanced using ancient technology suspected to be of heretical Xenos origin. While this has been deemed unholy by the Adeptus Mechanicus, the result is the creature will blindly follow orders, but at the touch of the button will become a savage and near unstoppable berserker. So basically, they send these things into combat, press the button to make them kill crazy, let them kill everything, and then press the button that makes them sane again. So it's like Butcher's nails you can turn off and on at will.
what? That would be kind of cool.
And they're
Their hands and forearms have been replaced by huge cybernetic claws.
Are you talking about the Arcoflagellants?
These are Ogren Arcoflagellants, basically, during the Great Crusade.
Jesus.
Yeah. I guess they always had low moral standards for troops in the Imperium. Even back in the Crusade era. Auxilia Last Rifle Section.
what they look like now.
Venetali Stormtrooper Section. Oh yes, all armed with Volkites, of course they are.
Yes, because,
What are those?
so plentiful these days.
Oh yeah, fast attack choices. Auxilia Lehman Russ Squadron. Lehman Russes count as fast attack, and you can get a squadron of 3 Lehman Russes for a single fast attack choice. And then, if you go into heavy support, you can get heavy Lehman Russ assault squadrons with demolishers, intersectors, and heavy cannons. You get the Malkador heavy tank as a heavy support choice. You get the Valdor tank hunter as a heavy support choice. You get the Charadon super heavy tanks as a heavy support choice. And then you move on to the Lords of War choice, where you get Baneblades, Stormlords, Fellblades, Shadow Swords, storm blades, storm hammers. Here's a list. This is the 1d4 gem page. If you want to collect an army of 30k Solar Auxilia, please consider any or all of the following. Becoming a prostitute, selling your house, killing everyone in your family until you're the only one left with your inheritance, harvesting the organs of your friends, harvesting your own organs, investment scamming, cleaning your couch, your neighbor's couch, and everyone's couches for whatever money you can, selling firstborn children on eBay, getting a sixth job, sell whatever you're currently reading this page on. Find a friend and each of you put $20 in a box. Then one person buys the box from the other for $30. You each make $10. Repeat this till rich.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's totally like list to get rich.
Yes, I think because of the amount of tanks and the fact that it's Forge World, Solar Auxiliary is not a cheap army.
Well, I think you could just replace Game Workshop doesn't make cheap armies.
That's true, but even by the standards of Forge World, Solar Auxilia can be quite expensive. Because you get like boxes of infantry and like squads of 10, but it's like you get 20-man squad guard, 20-man infantry squads. Plus you need all those tanks. You get Lord Marshals, you get Solar Tactical Guard squads, Auxilia Medicaid detachments. Surgeon Primus Avos Johan. He is a
that's a name I
mad
have.
scientist surgeon character who is a medic and who's a medic special character
Hey.
in the Solar Auxilia. Huh, interesting. He looks like he's only one of the few Solar Auxilia characters you can get. Intriguing. Auxilia Infantry Squad. One last rifle sergeant can become a troop. Yeah, you get for 100 points. You get a 20-strong infantry squad with mandatory sergeant, vox operator, and unit banner. And they come stock with las rifles, which can turn into range 36 heavy 2 weapons. Yeah, these guys have a nice bit of a kick to them.
God damn. Like, these guys sound like they could actually stand up to a Starkeys.
Yeah.
I mean,
For 115
Lord,
points, you get a 10-man squad armed entirely with Volkites, which can be swapped to auto rotor cannons or power axes for 5 points.
So they can run around with a literal minigun.
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
Auxilia Flamer section, you get 10 flamethrowers for 120 points. I guess if you just want someone to burn to death quite quickly. Oh.
it's a heretic.
Well, this is the Crusade era, so traitors. Although they do start referring, I think Gilliman is actually the one to coin the phrase Horus Heresy. Like, he says it started off as Horus's Rebellion, but it's his heresy more like. And then heretic starts being used at the later end of the heresy. Especially when the Lectitio Divinitatis starts sort of cropping up around the place. And then people start referring to them as like the arch heretic as opposed to the arch traitor.
It's like, jeez, why does everyone keep using heretic? Now, sir, 30 years ago, you literally called it the Horus Heresy.
Damn.
I only told that to the lion. Damn it, he started sharing that around.
Yeah, I mean, like, literally 10,000 years ago, you started...
Oh, yes. Oh, you can get
Hey, wait.
Auxilium.
Wait, this gets me thinking. What is the definition of elite units then? Because
There's too many elites.
didn't you think the Catachans would be elite jungle units?
I don't know. I think officially they're just declared as another Imperial Guard regiments.
Yeah, they are. They just specialize in, well, forest warfare, jungle warfare.
Just
Like in the
saying.
same way that, the Death Guard specialize in, attrition warfare. Throw enough
Yeah.
bodies at.
They basically, send them to toxic environments. They're very good in toxic environments.
That is
Yes.
correct.
The Valhalla, they became good at fighting orcs because, well, they dealt with a shit ton of orcs.
Don't they always have a war of orcs like on their planet?
Yes.
Ironic, because it's literally the Hoth of 40k.
And yeah, there's orcs on it.
Nice. Also, it reminds me, there's like, what was it? Like an orc stomper got frozen when a fucking glacier fell down and like buried it in ice for 1,000 years, and then it was
Wasn't that in the
unearthed.
First War of Armageddon?
The Second War of Armageddon. Then when it was like came to the Third War of Armageddon, the ice was thawed out, and the orcs just got back up and started manning the stomper again.
It's like, oh, we've de-thawed! Hooray! Please, Gork and Mork. Let's go, Crump.
Basically.
Of course, there's the
Oof.
There's the.
I guess Cadian is considered elite because holy shit, the shit they have to deal with.
Are the commissars do the commissars have an entire regiment of commissars that just running at the enemy with bolt pistols and just screaming at each other to do better?
They're kind of in a weird position. They're sort of a side unit. They're
there to maintain order and execute people because they're assholes. That's all they are. I don't like them at all.
Well, commissars used to be a actual official thing. Like, not even the Rush, everyone knows commissars from the Soviets and Second World War, but I think the British in the First World War had commissars as well.
They're practically just adjutants. They're just there to yell.
Mm-hmm.
Except, these have the ability to shoot you because you didn't shoot your lasgun while you were running away.
Or unless it's Krieg and they make sure, run or I will shoot you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No retreat, no surrender.
The only good commissar in 40k that I've ever read is Yarrick, sometimes, and Commissar Kane.
What about Gaunt?
What about Gaunt's Ghost series? Him.
I have not read about this guy. Explain to him. This guy to me.
He's basically the Suicide Squad leader in 40k.
So he's like Deadshot?
Well, more like.
So, the backstory for him is he was the the highest ranking commissar for the 10th First and Only Regiment. It was the first 10th Regiment to be recruited, and they were going to make more. Then 10th got attacked by a Chaos Legion, and the planet was lost, and they were going to exterminate us. So he evacuated the regiment off the planet, and then destroyed the planet. And since they didn't have a commanding officer, and he was technically the highest ranking, he was made colonel. So he is technically a commissar in the Schola Progenitum, and he's also the colonel of the regiment. He's actually pretty fair. I think he's shot only 2 people in the series, and most of the time he'll just discipline them or get them other ways to redeem themselves. So he's not a dick, even though he should have shot the fucking major, because the major's openly said, I blame you for the destruction of my homeworld. I am going to kill you one day. And for me, I would have fucking shot him in the head a long time ago, but Gaunt's just too bro to shoot him, and I'm like, dude, he's threatening to kill you, and he's threatened to kill you for fucking
probably
years.
hates himself too.
Oh no, he does regret what he did, but he accepted that it was necessary. But even so, it's dude, threatening a superior officer with death, that would get you shot. But no, he's too much of a bro, so he just brushes it off.
I say Suicide Squad, they go into crazy stuff that
Oh, so he's the guy who literally will lead a suicide charge and somehow come out alive. Because
Correct.
plot armor. Okay.
Not quite plot armor. He had an eye blown out, and I think he had like,
How do you get the eye blown out and not...
well, he got it replaced with an augmetic, and he's been shot and stabbed a few times, so he's not entirely a Mary Sue. Although, if I recall, didn't he bang
isn't he the one with the lightsaber?
No, he has
an actual lightsaber.
yeah, he has an Archaeotech power sword.
It's literally just a laser sword. It's
Much.
Go on. Didn't he bang a Imperial governor as well?
Jeez. The man
And
gets around.
remember.
Typhus King, for all we know.
Oh, where was it? Oh yeah, he has a favorite power sword that slices through anything. It's an heirloom sword, an antique design that's based around the Great Crusade when the Emperor was still around. He also has an old bolt pistol, but it seems to be always magically running out of ammo.
Magically running.
Oh, so that's must be where the same place where the Lamenters get theirs.
I wonder if they have a specific Forge world for just giving cheap knockoffs of everything that break down constantly.
Where is it?
I think it is called
Tempestus.
Forge World Memuria.
Fighting Elder.
Warriors of
Imperial
the
Guard.
Faith? Alright, what about the Administorum Priests?
What about
Do
them?
do they count? Do they have a regiment type thing? Like,
No,
don't they have
they're
something like
technically
that?
not supposed to be fighting because of the laws preventing
No
men in
men
the
under
church from
arms
fighting.
will
Yeah,
be
no
able
men
to-
under arms.
But yeah, you constantly see books where there's a male priest holding a chainsword and speaking litanies while leading some guardsmen.
Well,
Are they different? Or are they not?
I think
like
it's
that?
like religious, officers rather than actual military force.
How many moral support units does an army? You know what? Never mind. I just
Need more. The answer is more.
It's 40k. Yeah.
Half the
Yeah.
time, everyone just breaks at the first sight of a gunfight. So you need someone who's constantly screaming, "You get to die for the Emperor and then continue fighting." Doesn't that sound like
then
fun?
we have-
No.
And if that doesn't work, you have a guy who threatens you. Like,
Yes.
either you fight them and have a chance of survival, or I just blast your brains out.
Like, even the ghosts in 40k are going to blow your brains out. I remember reading one story about a sniper in a tower. He was to assassinate.
I
Like,
think
he
that
has
was
a
just
perfect.
an hallucination. Or was described as such.
He literally felt the straight bolt pistol on the back of his head while he was aiming for this fucking heretic leader who's literally about to overrun his position. Just like, you either shoot or you die. Bang. Turns around, it's just a statue of a saint who is pointing a gun at him, by the way. So, was it imagined? What is it real? That's the question.
Well, it's interesting because they haven't really touched on it in the newest lore, but there are such things as Imperial Demons now. Imperial warp
I finally
manifestations.
called them demons. It's about damn time.
Colonel Commissar Ibram Gaunt. I'm trying.
Like, I mean, it's all an Imperial Saint is. It's literally a demon that has the form of human at the moment. No.
Hmm.
The Legion of the Damned are definitely fucking demons. Space Marine souls that still continue to fight to this day in their afterlife.
Oh, and I guess just to round out this entire weirdness, technically even the Space Marine have morale officers.
Yeah, chaplains.
That's true.
It's like, aren't these the last people who need it?
The Space Marines? No. You need a guy who's screaming something awesome to push you just to that bigger and higher feeling of zeal and commitment and heroicism.
It was also Lorgar's idea.
God fucking damn it.
Okay,
Why?
back to the
Poor
units of.
I wonder just if Lorgar is like just surrounded by screens, he's just seeing what the Imperium
Yes. Okay, I found it finally. Yes,
Hey, somebody
Ibrahim
feels
Gaunt
like
hooked up
shit.
with a Imperial governess and has a daughter.
Hey, happy story.
Yeah, there it is.
Let me guess though, it's obviously in some way 40k. He ends up having to go on his next assignment. And he never sees his daughter grow up.
Well, more or less.
Yeah, more or less. Be responsible. Don't repopulate the galaxy all on your own, eh? No.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I mean, it is a
Done.
governor's child. I don't. Well, they don't need child support from him, for starters.
I just want to know how the fuck he was able to get one of those stuck up bitches in the nobility to sleep with him in the first place.
He is a
He wears
colonel
the
and a war
commissar
hero.
uniform. He wears
Yeah,
a
and he's
commissar
got the
uniform.
commissar uniform, that's true.
It's like, I have a hat, so I can fuck you without repentance.
No, I mean, there's the whole people love a person in uniform.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is way too true, even in today's standards. Like, what? You're in the military?
And to be
Playing
fair,
friend.
he is probably one of the few people who actually,
Is decent.
deserves it. Who is deserving of any accolades he gets.
Yeah, unlike,
And I mean, he doesn't seem bad looking by any image I've seen of him. So,
hey, what is that one commissar woman who has just like, a straight scar just straight down one of her eyes? She's just gorgeous, but she has that one scar.
Isn't
She's
it
like constantly
Rawn?
executing people.
wait,
I think it's Rawn. Oh, for
Rana?
fuck!
Hold on. I think I can.
My
Pull up her
fucking
name.
phone is paying up. I'm trying to Google this, and my bloody phone is like, no, I want to add an E to the end of your sentence. Fuck off.
Autocorrect.
Yep. Yeah, there's a commissar.
Commissar
Oh.
Rana.
Rana, yeah.
I have her as a wallpaper, actually. I just have to find it.
that does not.
Is it the
Oh.
approved image, or is it the approved image of
It
her?
is the approved image. Not my approved, but approved nonetheless.
I see.
In other
Ah.
words, you can only see her face.
Severina Rain. That's her name.
There it is.
Severina Rain. Yeah. She's the focus character of the short story Execution and Honor Bound.
Why do I have so many Android 18? There it is. Ravel. Commissar Ravel is what I'm talking about. Raivel.
The popular captain of the regiment disagreed with an order saying it was a suicide mission. She shot him in the head, and then had to deal with the regiment nearly opening fire on her.
Fuck her.
Yeah, the regiment still holds a grudge, and they want her to die.
Good. I'm gonna kill you just because you dare raise a concern. I just realized the more and more we talk about commissars, the more and more I realize how fucking lucky I am in the first game we had, dude, on tabletop. Oh shit. It's like, are there Xenos? I could have got shot in the head right there.
Yes, you could have. You could have very much so.
Like, I just need information, commissar. Don't kill me, please.
Well, it depends.
just need
Not
to obey
all
orders.
commissars are insane.
Most commissars are insane. Not to mention their ego is blown through the fucking roof. Have you seen some of the commissar tents, dude? They're like 4 times the size of regular tents.
I mean.
Also, one of them
crazy-
Yarrick gets his own Baneblade.
It's his own personal tank. Yeah.
Well, he was a person who was about to retire and get his own dang planet.
What? That's actually a thing?
Yes, before the first War of Armageddon, Commissar York was about to retire.
I did not know this. That's fucking awesome. He was about to retire.
Oh, and matter of fact, which is kind of funny, that means York retired twice.
He's retired twice.
No, I was talking about his grandfather that trained him that was also called York.
Wait, is that the reason why he's almost like 300 years old? He took the name of his grandfather and they think he's the same person?
No, he's just
No.
really old, but he did take his grandfather's name.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really old, but he's
Who
got
was an
rejuvenant
Imperial
treatments.
Guardsman who retired.
I would love to know of a story where a guardsman actually survived long enough to actually retire.
Commissar York's grandpa.
I thought Commissar York's grandpa was a commissar.
Oh, he was an Imperial Guardsman who
Actually survived.
retired. Yes.
How long is it till retirement in the guard anyway? Is it the same as us, like 22 years?
I think it's around 20, actually, but yeah.
Yeah, I
good
thought it was
luck.
20 years.
You know, that actually means that my guy could actually retire.
Normally.
Retire as a private. Fuck that.
Yes.
Uh,
I mean-
Oh. There's some pretty cool Imperial Guard characters out there. I mean, my favorite's still Iron Hand Strachan.
Iron Hand Strachan. Didn't he get half his body blown away?
No,
he got
just
half
got
his body, his arm, and half of his body eaten by a land shark.
What?
Katachan.
Yeah, he's a
Land
Katachan.
shark.
A
Oh,
Meryl
and he was also throwing grenades with his other hands while he was being operated on.
Yes. He was given like half a cybernetic body, which in terms of the rules actually gives him, he counts as having power armor.
He counts as having power
He
armor.
actually has more strength than a Space Marine now.
You mean with one side of his body?
Well, I mean, rules-wise, he has like a 6th strength.
I want to see him arm wrestle an Iron Hand.
What in the seven hells of chaos are you waiting for, Private? Personal orders from the Emperor himself? When I say take that damn hill, I mean take that damn hill. Not just stand there and stare at it. I don't care if there's 50 enemies up there. I don't care if there's 50,000. Our orders are to take that hill, and we're going to damn well take that hill if I have to kill every one of those purple-skinned giant fucks myself. Damn it, man. Follow me. I'll show you how it's done. That's it. Get stuck in.
I'll show you
Medic,
to the system
stop
battle.
whining. Brooke, you've got another damn leg. Stop screaming. Do you think I cried like a damn newborn when I lost my arm? Of course as well didn't. I up and ripped that damn land shark's damn throat out with my damn knife. That's it. Sergeant Reed, give him Calican Seal. Emperor's teeth, their blood stinks. Get that heavy flamer into that trench. Flush these groks' heads out. No, that trench, you idiot, not that one. You smell those aliens burn. Smells better than breakfast, doesn't it? Damn it, Private, give me that damn grenade. Do I have to do everything myself? See, that ain't no proper armor like you see in an Imperial tank. No, it's flimsy, fall down in a strong breeze. I hope you don't spit at me armor. And I really didn't mean to spit at it. Yes, you, right there, you. Pick up Sergeant Creed's hand. You can sew it back on later. Alright, you scum. Don't stop now. You're only halfway up the damn hill.
Wow, Bro Trip was pretty accurate about him.
No, that is a direct quote from Colonel Strachan himself. That's a direct
Commander,
quote from...
I'll only charge.
I
I
figured
thought you
that.
made that up on the spot. That's an actual quote.
That is the
Commander-
direct quotes of...
Commander, I will only charge that hill if I get promised a sister of battle.
Dude, I hope
yeah,
to never see one. I really
That
don't
is a
want-
direct quote from Colonel Strachan when he was attacking a hill.
I just want to know what the Inquisitor face looks like when he's listening to that audio log. It's like, is he just starting to blush slowly?
I think he's thinking, oh, okay, finally.
Oh, wow, someone who actually
I
wants to
just
do
like how he just says, pick up that guy's arm, we'll switch it.
It's okay.
back together.
We'll sew it back on later.
Stow it back on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess once you have
Pick up
something
Sergeant
ripped off
Creek's
from you
arm.
from-
The medics will stick it back on later.
If he rolls Medicaid skills successfully.
He rolls correctly.
I love that. Brooke, stop whining. You've got another damn leg.
You got another one. He wants him to just hop towards the hill. One stump just blushing blood.
Yes, I have his model. I've never actually painted it. I really should paint it, but Colonel Ironhand Strachan was always my favorite Imperial Guard character.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he still is.
How old is he now?
I'm not too sure.
He's not exactly known to be extremely old. I mean,
We've been through a lot of shit in the 41st millennium to the point of we're practically spanning 1,000 years of history. How are some of these humans alive still?
they started saying the story afterwards. Redrew treatment. I'm pretty sure medicine's pretty good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that even with Redruve, the max is about 500 years for an unaugmented human.
Not quite, because there's an commissar, the High Inquisitor during the War of the Beast was 1100 years old, and was
But
actually...
that was because of the power armor. That
was
the power-
become the power armor and life support system, so I suppose you can live quite a while. Here, I'm putting it in the 40k section, the man himself, Ironhand Strachan.
Where is he? I want to see him.
Holy shit.
Fuck those towel up there. You don't need these visual optics, you bitch. Oh, yes.
Yep.
Damn. This guy literally
Nice
will
six
make,
pack.
he's gonna make Arnold Schwarzenegger just look like a cartoon, just a cartoon villain.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the
See him
chopper.
screaming that. Get to the Valkyrie!
Oh, yes. In combat, Colonel Strachan carries a plasma pistol and a pump-action shotgun. He's also armed with his personal combat knife, the Catachan Fang.
Isn't the Catachan Fang a short sword, by the way? Like it's
Yeah,
fucking
it's a short
Pretty
sword.
much. Let's just show a model, but it's Catachan.
everything
Hey,
looks bigger.
Did you not see Bro Trip from
Nope.
Alpha Busa? Okay,
Oh,
you need
wait,
to see it.
no, I did see them. I remember. Yes, the bigger the knife, the higher standing you have in the regiment, apparently.
Yes, Ironhand
And
Strachan.
remember when he was shouting at his troops while they were fighting demonettes? I was
Emperor's
like,
us! Must I do everything myself?
Yeah, that was
Apparently that's
100%
pretty accurate.
canon. That's how he actually operates.
and of course, and now we've seen him with his Catachan knife.
Yes! That's not a knife! This is
That's
a
a knife.
And he's got a... Yep, that's him.
Oh, knife!
With his shotgun as well.
Oh, shit. That's a shotgun? It actually looks pretty badass. It's kind of like... Hey, do they have a pump-action bolter?
I know there was a
I know.
bolt-action bolter. There was a sniper, a word-bearer sniper during the Heresy who had one.
A bolt-action
Bolter.
bolter. That
Yeah.
is cool. God damn, I actually want to get a hold of a bolt action now.
Well, it's only single shot. Yeah, but it was like his customized bolter. It was like he used it as like a sniper rifle. But yeah, it was a bolt action. I think it had like a 5-round magazine.
I just want to know how he got away with that. I mean, I know you're a space marine, but dude, wouldn't your sergeant be looking at it? It's like, that's not effective.
Oh, it's during the Heresy, and
If this guy got a -30 for accuracy, he's hip firing. As you can see, he's obviously hip firing. I tried doing this, and guess what happened? 10 laps around the motherfucking.
This is I just shown Sergeant Harker. And
oh
he
yes,
liter-
Gunnery Sergeant Harker with his heavy bolter.
Doesn't he like not talk? Like he chews on glass.
Yeah, I don't think he talks.
Yeah, I thought he was just like absolutely utterly silent.
The Catachans. Colonel Ironhands Draken. He was taught by Colonel Grease. Who was like,
Oh, who else is a private?
Who else is a
When
private?
we lost Cheese.
yep.
You know who else is a private?
Who?
Sly Marbo.
I'm sorry. Slime Arbo is still a private.
Yes.
I think that's the only reason he's still a private is because he hasn't shown up to any of the promotion ceremonies.
No, he's definitely received the Star of Terra.
Yeah, as a private still. How's he not promoted?
Maybe he doesn't want it.
Wait, did he actually
Yeah.
show up? Did he actually show up for the Star of Terror? Or was it just like mailed to him? Hey, Barbo, I found you for a second. Here, you got this. Go back to killing. Doesn't even say anything. Dead eyes. Just turns around.
Sly Marbo. Yeah. I didn't actually know he was a private. Kind of interesting.
I didn't think he was a private either. Is Slime Armor based off someone, by the way? I know there's a
Rambo.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
I
And
think a
there's
lot of the
also another
Catachans were kind of based off 80s action movie heroes.
one. Well, which one is supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger?
By the looks of it, Sergeant Gunner.
Gunnery Sergeant Harker? Is it Harker? Harkon? I better quickly look this up because I only have 2 minutes left before I need to go.
No.
Well, bully. Got nothing. Gunnery, junior officers, Commander Raiklo, Gunnery. There's Nordic Dog, Sergeant Harker. There he is. Alright.
Oh, great. Now we've lost Trip, too.
Everyone's just going away.
You're mine now.
So, let's talk about Slanesh.
Yes. Yes. We shall confess. I can't believe I was getting so ripped into or just liking that shit. Like, come on, don't hate me. That's like purple. What can I say?
It's part of your charm.
It's part of me. But anyhow, Colonel Strachan.
Yes.
Has he, like, where is he still on Catachan? Wasn't Catachan being invaded by Tau? Last I heard.
No, at the start of the Indomitus Crusade, it was being invaded by Chaos and Demons. But by the time the Space Marines and Gilliman showed up on the planet, the Guard had already kicked them off and destroyed them themselves.
We have this discussion. No, we had this discussion. I've made the joke about demons being killed by frogs.
Yeah, the Demons were killed by the wildlife and the Guardsmen.
Oh my god! Catachan was helping the Guardsmen.
Well, inadvertently, but yeah, pretty much.
It's like the Avatar movie all over again.
I mean,
Alright.
I don't think. Well, I mean, I think that's the main.
heard you, Colonel Strachan.
I mean, I don't think that's why the Imperium isn't worried about, Catachan being invaded.
Nah.
Because the planet's
All
a
right.
natural death trap. Yes.
On that, I shall have to bid you all adieu. Quickly, someone name us topic for next week. Or we'll vote about it later on.
About our favorite vehicles.
Okay.
The Pain Blade.
Okay, I guess 40k vehicles. I was thinking of Imperial Demons, but that is a decent one.
We'll take it on maybe at the end, because I don't know if we could get a full episode out of Imperial Demons.
Well, I mean, there are
Unless
fucking
we start going into all the living saints and their backstories.
And the Sanguinor.
No. The Holy Ghost must rest. Leave him be.
I mean, technically,
Well, he's gone through a few retcons, so he might just be a sanguinary guard now.
Like, he's not sanguineous. He's too small to be sanguineous.
No,
And he
he's
has a
not.
jetpack.
If you
He
read
has a jetpack!
if you read Devastation of Baal, Dante actually meets the spirit of Sanguinius, and the Sanguinor is just its herald.
Is the
And
herald?
connected. So
Yeah.
it's literally a demon. That is as much as a demon as you can possibly be.
Isn't Sanguinius
Possibly.
literally leading the Blood Angel ships as well for the warp? Like, he's actually leading their ships.
I
As
don't
a
quite know
beacon?
that.
I don't think so.
I mean,
Yeah.
there
Anyway.
was like, okay.
Goodbye.